Hello, good morning, Borida, bon matin, etc., etc. You are here once again with Farmer Ben. I'm just very quickly going to give you an update on my base before we move on to the main purpose of this video, which is to look at the heroes and new things out in the challenge event, and have a quick crack at improving my score, which is going to be sort of my long-term aim. So my base, as you can see, is sort of slowly coming along. I keep ending up upgrading my iron mines because I'm using most of my iron seems to get turned into battle items. Just seems to be how it's going. My alliance, I believe my alliance is currently full. I think we've got 30 members, which is nice to have. As you can see, we've got a 10-star dragon here, this little Fireblade man. I can't remember, what's his name? Steve? I think it was Steve. He's a nice enough guy. He's not the best person out there in the world. You know, he's got his issues, but he's not evil really. He's just out for a walk. Not sure why he's wandering through the ocean there, though. That seems a bad idea when you're made of fire. Still, never mind. Let's not dwell on what Steve's up to. I'm just about half joined by my dog, who just came over and had a snuffle and then went away. If anybody heard a kind of noise, that wasn't me. It was my dog. Anyway, yes. So what was I mainly? Oh yes, the challenge event. So the new challenge event, which is basically an old challenge event which is updated, but it's not, nice enough. Is this one now? As you can see, it features Marie-Therese. So Sargasso, there we are, the old captain, not Barbossa in any way at all. Vodnik, the trident lunge, do 280% damage. The more mana the enemies have, the more damage they will receive. Not bad little sniper in his own way. I'd be happy with him. I have done 2 summons this event and got. Who did I get? Who was it? It wasn't Dower. It was somebody like Dower. It wasn't very impressive anyway. Commodore's Revenge, mana speed fast, deals 385 damage to target. If the target buffs, targets another enemy with buffs. If none of the other enemies target an enemy, all hit targets minus 34%. So kind of like a forked lightning-y doodaddy.
Are you doing summons?
No, I'm not today, Sam. I've only got enough for one, so I'm going to do my summons when I need 2 more tokens before I do a summon. So okay. I'm going to leave him. Lady Locke, of course, we all know. Captain Kestrel, no way related to Peters. I like Peters, of course. Boomer, Marie-Therese, who seems to be certainly in the levels. She's quite annoying. 168 damage to all enemies, so she hits everyone. Does the health regeneration thing, and all allies get extra defense, and they get a zombie blessing, so they return as a zombie. Now that's actually just quite annoying because it means you've beaten a hero. The zombies aren't enormously tough, but it's just like, can't you just stay dead, please? So yeah, those are the new heroes that are out for the event. In terms of the event, it is very much like it has previously been. So moving on to me, my scores, and so on and so forth. So this time you'll see on Rare, I'm 309th. Now, for those who've ever sort of followed my videos before, I normally aim for top 100 or sometimes even top 10 on Rare. So I've never made it to the top 10. I've made it to 15th, which is, I think, the best I've ever finished. And I was looking at it this time, and well, actually I looked at this on the last event and thought, do you know what? I've worked too hard here, because there is no longer, they've changed the boundaries. Look, so it's now 11 to 1,000 get this loot. So I thought, well, why aim above 1,000? So I decided to just take it easy this one. Partly as well is I'm quite busy with real life stuff. There's work and whatever else have you. So it just got to the point where I was like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself over this. I'm going to just aim for the top 1,000. If I aim top 100. To start with, so I finished, I think I came in, by the time I'd done all the levels, I was something like 98th or on the first day or second day of the event, and gradually I've crept down. Well, I'm reasonably confident that my score will keep me in the top 1,000. I've only got to stay there for 1 day, 10 hours. I can afford to drop like 700 places, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, I'm not going to try and change tiers. I'm not going to try and move up, and I'm going to hope that I don't move down. Legendary, which is the one, obviously, I do need to make some serious improvements on Legendary if I want to get into the top 10,000, because I'm currently 19,394th, so I'm way down here. So quite a way down. I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed the loot that I've got here. If I want to move up a level, which would be kind of nice, then, I get the troop token. The main thing actually would be for the 3 troop tokens and the trap tools. I don't really need trap tools. Troop tokens are nice. I might try that one, but as I say, I've been a bit short of time this event, so I've just been trying to sort of squeeze it in more so than I normally would. Epic is the one I'm really hoping to improve upon. So at the moment I'm 721st on Epic. My aim is to get into the top 500. I'm not that far away. As you can see, 721st is reasonably close. So Epic is currently my focus, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Now, looking at the stages on Epic, you can sort of see my scores are pretty reasonable. There's odd ones that are obviously not as good as I would like. Some are better than others. I know normally I say, right, so your scores should go up every time. So 40, 45, 47. The 4 and 5 there that are 45 are both worries. 6 and 7 are not great if they're 50, when the other ones, they could be a little bit higher. 8, 56, probably reasonable enough. 9, 71,000. Well, 9 is a tricky one because it's the first one you get like 2 bosses, or is it 3 bosses? 3 bosses, I think. So you always get a slightly higher score for 9 on these new events. 10 drops down a bit. 11 is a worry, so 11 would be one to improve. And 15 is one to improve. So there's quite a few I could work on improving. I'm mainly going to focus this time for today on 15. And the reason I'm focusing on 15 is because it's the one where I can make the most ground up. I can get a lot of points for 15. Before I go on to it, so I have to explain my hero choices a bit. I am guessing if I click on the chef, I will see, obviously his score is way beyond my dreams, but I suspect that he will be using people like Guardian, is it Falcon or Jackal, whichever it is. I'm sure and I suspect he'll have a Wilbur. Now I have a Wilbur, but he really works very well if you can get the whole Jackal thing as well, or Falcon. I can never remember which is the red one, which is the yellow one, but those guys reduce colour defense, and if you stack that with Wilbur, because the 2 effects do stack, you can do a massive amount of damage with every hit. So here we are. Yeah, as I said, I'm not at all surprised by his team. It's pretty much what I was sort of saying. You got Wilbur there. So here's his Wilbur. He does the whole defense down, groups everyone together, and then you've got the really powerful one, Guardian Falcon. Now I don't have Guardian Falcon, and I would expect that many of the top teams will have Guardian Falcon, because he is the one that will get you the massively high scores. That's an interesting team. I don't know if that's the team you use throughout the whole event. Maybe it is. Who knows? Certainly, there's some of them. You notice a lot of them are basically playing with more or less the same team. I do have a. Is it Scarlet, the girl with the eye patch? I should level her up actually, because she's just been sitting in my bench for a while. She does seem popular, and I know she's got very high attack. Now, I know for this, I am not going to be following the strict advice to get a high score, a really, really, really high score. You should go for 5 of one colour. It's very much all or nothing. I've been finding that isn't really working for me. I've been taking Wukong, who is a risk, but but he's kind of my alternative, as I don't have Falcon to do all that, to really heavily reduce their shields. I need Wukong to boost my attack. It is risky. I'm also taking Dragon Banners, which is not, again, it's not advised. Most people would say, either take arrow attacks or more mana potions, so that you are just really going for it all the time. I take them basically because of cost at the minute. I'm a bit short of some of my resources, and as I say, time has been a bit of an issue over the last couple of months, so I'm not in the sort of strongest position to push my score as high as I would like. So that said, I still need to find a really, really good screen to get it moving. It is going to come down to the screen. You need that kind of awesome screen within the first few moves to be worth doing. I would say straight away this one doesn't look like it's an awesome screen. There's colours. There's just a total scatter of colours. Really, the totally awesome screens. This is probably going to be my last move. The totally awesome screens are the ones where you just have like blocks of colour, and then you get really big combos really easily. Now I'm going to hit Flee. I could carry on, but this level I know I'd need to use battle items to beat it. Realistically, I might just about scrape through without, but it would be a large amount of time, and as I say, time is an issue for me at the moment. So I'm going to hit it again. Let's see, maybe I'll have a little bit more luck with my screen this time. Purple 5 in a row. Obviously not the colour that I want, but it could trigger something else. I'm just going to try and blow this purple gem, see what happens. A red combo, green, little combo roll in there. I think, again, this is going to be my last move. I'm going to just trigger this little combo here and see what happens. Yeah, see, it's 20 seconds up already, and all 3 of the mobs are still standing. Oh, red gem there. Let's give it a try. I'm going to use my banner, just see what happens. Except I've pressed on the record button, that's not going to help. What have I triggered off here? Have I got the crucial things I need? I'm thinking no. I'm going to just see how the next turn goes. Okay, this is one of these ones where it's probably not worth really trying it, because I can see, yeah, there we go. I'm going to hit flee there. I think by the look of things, I'm also going to remove the little recording icon out of the way. So I'm going to pop it up here in the top corner, because pressing on that didn't help. There we go, never mind. So let's try again. Come on, bit of luck. It is basically, this is really what you end up doing if you're going for the mega high scores. And as I say, I'm not going for the like mega high scores. I'm just going for a pretty high score. There are videos out there by people like Warflord which really talk about how to get the like massive scores. But then some of these people, so I am told, burn through like 20, 30, 40 world energy flasks just waiting for that perfect screen. And I do not have 30, 40 world energy flasks or the gems to just sort of go out and buy them. And as I say, I feel like I am missing a couple of the crucial heroes for those really mega high scores. That said, I do have a few world energy flasks, mainly saved up from the last challenge event, which is where I tend to get most of my world energy flasks. So you never know. Who knows? Things could happen. I'm going to risk the bear banner, the dragon banner here, because I can see a move which may ping off all manner of stuff. Always hard to know. You're always sort of watching and thinking, oh, what's going to ping off something amazing? This is going to be the move that decides it. By dealing with purple block, do I get a 5 in a row red? Oh yeah, no, that's encouraging. It's not necessarily going to be enough. I'm going to try the blue gem here, because the red one's... there's another one which is like close and tantalising, but not going to be good enough. I need... there's just too many greens on the screen there. So it is a difficult balance, but as I say, the hardest thing for me to replace at the moment is the battle items. So I'm trying not to sort of get carried away with using them when I don't think they are going to take me anywhere. Let's see. Interesting-ish, I suppose. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there's a little combo. It's a nice little combo, but really what I need to do is be setting myself up for like a massive combo on the bosses, because what I'll probably do is use battle items to skip the next level, basically. So wave 2 I tend to just obliterate with battle items, unless I'm thinking like, you know, oh, I can do it with the things and then save the battle items for the bosses, which is another thing you can do, or I've tried doing in the past. These are not flawless techniques. Like I say, you talk to everybody, you like Warflord's videos, Zero's videos, Zero, yeah, I think Zero's done one, Anchor's certainly done one. They have videos which all sort of show you a different approach. The main thing really is that you are hoping all the time for that sort of epic screen that will just tip the whole thing in your favour. If you get that, that is the time to really sort of invest in the battle items. And once you've decided to go for it, you really just have to go for it. Because once you've started using the battle items, you may as well finish it off. And if sometimes in the screen, I find sometimes the screen goes south, so to speak, and you just end up wasting the battle items you've been desperately saving, and it's really frustrating. I don't know if anybody else finds that. Maybe they do. If you've got any sort of hints and tips on where do you cut off? I mean, my view is always, you know, once you're committed, you just got to go for it, and just try not to commit too early. You can see, yeah, I'm burning through the world energy really fast here now. It does help that I'm quite a high level on the game, so I get plenty of world energy every time, you know, I'm leveling up and what have you. Let's see, ooh, little combo there, combo 4. Combo 4 is not going to cut it, really. Don't see a gem or anything emerging here. Again, there's a lot of greens on the screen. Doesn't really, you know, these little rolling combos are quite nice, but really what I need to be doing is setting myself up for the big bosses. Now at this point, I've only got 1 world energy left, so what I'm going to do now, but this is because this is just me, I'm going to just go and use it quickly on one of these ones. This is just a bit of farming, so I would always suggest, you know, you can always go back. This wasn't the team I used for the event at all. This is just a random collection team I put in, so I've got heroes of every colour basically to just make it a little bit quicker when I'm farming. My main team was, I think largely I did it with either all reds or all yellows depending on the mission, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. The point is that this is just a farming team that are just to get through this mission as quick as they can, so that we can get on and go back to the ones I'm actually trying to improve. It's basically, this is just me being a bit stingy. I don't like to waste the world energy. I prefer to save it and use it for a better purpose. And you never know when you might get one of those little chesty monstery things, which would then give me the extra. Like I say, I need two more coins in order to do the summons, because I don't really want to do a single summons. Although I may end up doing that if the time runs out. And as you probably heard, Sam wants to do that as well. He wants to take part. So here we go. Boom. Now we're all over. 56 seconds. I think my actual time on it was about 30 seconds on this one. 32.831, not a bad score anyway. But never mind. What was my score on that? 33. Yeah, so that was quite close to my top score. And that wasn't using any battle items or even, dare I say, trying especially hard. So, yeah, there you go. You can see that on rare, I have basically said, I'm not aiming. I'm just aiming for the top 1,000. And I think I should be, like I say, should be safe there. Now, I've said about using these refills. I have got quite a lot, as you can see, 6 stored up. And I think, again, like this time last tournament, I'd used them all. And it's just real life time has meant that I do not have the time to do it. This is going to be annoying. Now, there's one of those chests here now. Now, the chests are very irritating in their own way. They're also, like, really useful. So here we go. The chest has opened up, and now I hit him with my yellows. Not enough to finish him off. The downside now is, having got the chest, I will probably try and finish the mission, because, like I said, I could do with the coins. Which then means I'll end up using battle items, which I'm a bit short of, and playing it on myself, and who knows. So this one I will probably try and see through. I'm not aiming for a top score now, because it's not a great screen. This is one of those ones where I wish I actually had a healer, because I don't take a healer generally, because I'm after the speed. But there we go. So we'll see how we go. Let's try and... It's a shame I can kill this guy, but now I need to actually get the loot. I need to finish the mission, which is going to be a bit annoying. And I think it's probably worth the battle items, probably, is it? I don't know. I think I might have just hit him when he was shielded then, which would have been stupid. Right, let's start using a few battle items to speed this up a little bit. Now, we got Wukong, let's go for this. They're all linked together. You can see that, you can see the difference that using the battle items can make, how quickly it can go. You saw the sort of powerful hit there. Awful screen, really. I mean, there's no way, if I hadn't got that chest, I wouldn't be using it. And then this is the question, is the chest going to be worth the battle items? It depends, I guess, where your priorities lay. I'm glad that we got one of those little chests on this, because I have been sort of saying I'd try and show one of the little chests for a while. Yeah, I don't know. My heroes are dying at a rate of knots. I'm not even sure. No, I think I'm going to hit Flea. I don't think it's going to be worth the amount of battle items I would have to use to get to the end of the level to claim that chest. If it was an earlier level, I'd probably do it, because I could probably do it with more or less very few battle items. At this stage, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to try this move. Let's see. Does this? Yeah, that gets a little combo going. I'm going to risk the Dragon Banner here. Dragon Banners, for me, are the cheapest ones, because they tend to use the resources that I'm not desperately short of. So when I'm using Dragon Banners and nothing much else, that's kind of why. It's just to give it a bit of a kickstart. This is not looking like it's going to quite cut it. Yeah, no. Wasn't a bad start. Most of the time I want to be through wave 1 in about 30 seconds. That is kind of the aim. For me, some people would doubtless say you want to be through it quicker than that, but I certainly do not want to be like hanging around on wave 1, because by the time the time is the easiest one to control. The match bonus is a little bit harder to get hold of. For the match bonus, it's down to the average number of combos per turn, I believe, or the average number of tiles hitting per move. So a huge combo gets you obviously loads of tiles hitting every turn. This is that's what the really like tip top players go for, is that they go for a huge tile damage, a huge combo, and then they just blitz it with battle items and weapons. That is kind of what I'm going for, but with the sort of slowed down proviso that I will accept a relatively quick screen to begin with. There's another blooming chests. it's a shame that the chests. I know normally I love seeing the chests, and you go, oh yeah, here's a chest. But on these ones, it's going to be annoying because it's not, like I say, I'm after that really fast score, and the chest is only going to slow me down because it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flee. That's really annoying. The chests, I love seeing. When I'm doing the farming, I want the chests. I want chests every single level. When I'm aiming for the tip tops, like the higher scores, the chests actually get in the way quite a lot and can really slow you down because you can't kill them. You can't do anything to them when they're shielded. They are literally indestructible. So for speed, the chests are annoying. For getting coins, the chests are great. But hopefully, I won't have exhausted my stash of chests on this one. We'll see. So I'm going to hit this. This isn't bad. You see, this one I might. It's going to be down to this move whether I decide to take it all the way or not. Okay, so he's dead. That's good. Here we go. Right, I'm going to give it a go. It may work. It may not. You'll see I'm just lobbing battle items at the moment. It's not a perfect screen by any means, but it might be enough to be considerably better than what I had. You'll see firstly that I've gone for this. Then I am going to be risky and go Wukong. This one, this one, this one. Boom, boom, boom. Chucking the axes and the things. There's a 5-in-a-row blue here. Now 5-in-a-row blue obviously isn't the perfect colour, but it could help me out if it then triggers a really big combo, which is what I'm hoping for. It's not happened, and I suspect, therefore, right, literally now I have one move left, or it's all over, and this is not going to do it. I may not even complete this now, which is a shame. I'm not going to throw in any of my potions now. The thing is I can see that Lady Locke will basically, her damage over time is horrendous. If you're fighting Lady Locke and you're not in a hurry and you just want to beat her, take antidotes. Basically, you take an antidote and she just, her special powers just, you can nullify them the moment it goes off. If you do want to do it into speed, then you obviously probably won't take the antidotes and you end up being defeated, just like I was there. You can do it really quickly, but you just need to have so much luck with your combos, really. Luckily, I've got enough battle items to have at least another attempt before I have to give up and resort to doing a chunk of farming for a while, which will be my my next stage. Really, we'll just be doing loads of farming. Farming wise, the first levels, like on what do we call it, rare, you can do them. They're 1 world energy to farm for, and you get some reasonable results from those, and you can always pick up the chests and whatnot. I will probably do a chunk of farming in a little bit because I get to the point where I've had a few goes at this, and then I think, you know what, I need a break from trying to get the high scores. It's just really quite tiring. This time round, I don't even know I'm still playing this level. So you can see again, not the screens that I need. Time to give up, time to move on. Some nice combos, some nice rolling hits and whatever else have you, but just not what I need. You just need things to go really, really well. Next one. Let's see how we doing. Right, I got 2 more attempts, and then I'm going to stop, and that'll be the end of the video as well, because I am going to need a little rest after this. Let's see. So you can see I had 1 attempt, which obviously didn't work out. That is kind of, for me, is the difficult balance, is just trying to get that blitzing in, and I just, I don't know. I don't think I've got the best heroes for the mega high scores, which is probably my excuse. Any advice and whatever is of course gratefully received. Like I say, if you want to beat Lady Locke and you are not in a hurry, because this is the thing, I am trying to do this as quickly as I can. If you are not in a hurry, take antidotes, and I don't know if you can debuff like Marie-Therese. You may be able to, in which case take a take Sonia or somebody like that. Take a debuffer basically, and you may find that if she's causing you a lot of problems, you can remove her buffs. the zombie resurrection thing and the healing thing and whatever else. Mana potions, of course, are always handy, as are the various sort of exploding items like your bombs, your axes, and whatever else, your artillery, as it were. All these things can make a real difference to the speed with which you complete things. Who knows, though, whether it'll be successful or not. I have a suspicion that for this event, my time in real life is running out. So this is probably going to be my last kind of sort of big go at really getting into the top 500 on Epic, and then I may just need to accept that this time around it ain't going to happen. Whether I'm not even sure if I'm going to push for it on Legendary. To be honest, my biggest issue at the moment is just real life and time. You know, it does take a lot of time to get a really good score on events, because even if you hit Flea every time and whatever else, it's still hard work. But there we go. So I hope there was some helpful stuff in there. Like I say, I will sort of probably try and keep pushing for the slightly higher finish. Whether I will get there or not, I don't know. I mean, I will get a reasonable range of loot anyway, so I'm not going to complain too much. And like I say, for this particular challenge event, time has been a bit more of an issue because I'm working and whatever else have you than I was the last challenge event, because it was the school holidays and I had a bit more time. I could just sort of sit down and really go for it. So there we go. So it has been emotional. I hope there was some useful advice in there somewhere. There may have been, there may not, who knows. It remains for me now to find the little button, which I've lost, to say, remember to click like, subscribe. If you've got any comments at all, please make them. I mean, this is like, this is a chance for people to share tips and advice, because there are lots of different ways to more than one way to skin a cat. Loads of different devices out there. It's been an emotional little journey there. I wasn't lucky, but maybe next time. Who knows? So this is Farmer Ben saying au revoir, goodbye, good night. May death come swiftly to your enemies. Remember to click like, subscribe. Comments appreciated, because we can share our ideas, and who knows, we can all get stronger together. Farmer Ben saying, oh, I'm running out of battery. Au revoir. Bye.